Getting Pokemon with perfect IVs, natures, and abilities has never been easier than in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games, and it is much easier to customize in these games when things don't go right. But let's start at the beginning. IVs are the stats that a Pokemon is born or caught with. In short, it's its genetics. The higher the Pokemon's IV, the more potential it has. Life isn't fair. Sometimes some people are just born to be taller, stronger, and smarter. Same goes with Pokemon. In this savage world of Pokemon, it's only worth training the naturally strong. But don't worry, we can cheat genetics later with the magic of science. So if you've invested in any weak Pokemon, we can fix those later on. After you beat the Elite Four, you can unlock the Judge feature by pressing the plus button on any Pokemon in the PC box. A Pokemon can have a max stat of 31, which is shown on the Judge feature equaling best. Here's a nice little graphic showing what all of the different Judge features mean. Pokemon is very vague, but usually we sell for nothing but best. Usually this is quite a rare occasion for an average Pokemon to be caught in the wild with. Pokemon from Tera raid dens will always come with a certain amount of set IVs, or best stats. For example, Pokemon caught from a 5-star raid den will always have 4 best stats. 6 stars will always have 5 best stats, etc, etc. These Pokemon make ideal candidates. With the magic of science and bottle caps, we can hypertrain any of these, not best stats, to max, meaning you can have a genetically perfect Pokemon quite easily. You can get these bottle caps from raid dens and from the Delibird store. In rare situations like with trick room setups, you might want to have a bad stat. Generally, we want perfect for everything. Another exception will be in a stat that we don't use on that Pokemon at all. For example, special attack on a Garchomp. Once your Mon is genetically superior, we can start to have a little look at natures. Natures affect the way in which your Pokemon will grow, and this is indicated in your summary page by a red and blue marker on that graph. By this point, you should have a good idea of what stat your Pokemon would want. Generally, you want to increase your main stat at the cost of one that you do not require. For example, with my Gallade here, his main stat is attack, and we don't use any special attacks at all. So an adamant nature works well for us. I'll provide a link in the description with all the different natures and what they do. Ideally, we are born with the right nature, but don't worry, through the power of science and mints, we can change that too. You can find these on the floor, in raids, or in the Chansey supply store. All you have to do is simply give a Pokemon one of these mints, and it will forcibly change the Pokemon's nature. Bear in mind that this will not change in the summary page, but the stats will reflect it. The last thing to take into account is making sure your Pokemon has the right ability. Most Pokemon will have 1 or 2 abilities, and sometimes a sneaky hidden one. It's worth looking at these on a site like Cerebi, because this can completely change the way you use the Pokemon. Let's use Gallade again as an example. Gallade can have Steadfast, Sharpness, or Justified as its hidden ability. I chose Sharpness, which increases slicing power moves by 50%. Because of this, I opted into using Sacred Sword as my main fighting attack over the usually stronger close combat. Again, don't fret. You can easily change these abilities if you have the wrong one with an ability capsule. You can buy these freely in the Chansey supply store, or again, get them dropped from raids. Beware though, hidden abilities are a much rarer resource to come by. Hidden ability patches are rare drops only from 6-star raids. It's worth noting that you can get Pokemon come with hidden ability as default from the Tera raid dens. You can also pass these hidden abilities down to baby Pokemon. We'll quickly touch on the breeding process here as well. When you breed 2 Pokemon together, the baby's stats, natures, and abilities all come out as random, unless we mess with it. If you give a parent that has the right nature you want an Everstone, it will always pass down that nature. Do bear in mind that if you've minted that nature on, it will not pass down. It will only pass down the original nature the Pokemon was. You can also guarantee some of the IVs that pass down with the use of the Destiny Knot. If you give the Destiny Knot to the other partner Pokemon, you'll always pass down 5 IVs from a mix of the 2 parents. So, through lots of inbreeding, you can force out the perfect offspring. If you can get yourself a hold of a 6 IV Ditto somehow, it makes this process a lot easier. 5 IVs will also suffice. And that's it. Hopefully that's all the information you need to have yourself a superior genetic Pokemon. Thank you for watching, I hope this helps. You can check out one of my last videos over here. Here are your recommended videos. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. If you guys do want to go the extra mile and support these weekly uploads, we do have a Patreon. The link is down below. All proceeds go toward future projects.